Hey guys, hey, it's time for a baby shark, 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 shark. Dun, 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 dun. Open up and use your jaws. It's time for You're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat. By the way, speaking of that, did you know that was an improvised line? Wasn't even written in the film?
Really?
Yep, you definitely fact check that.
I will believe. I'll look it up later, but that's awesome.
I'll be looking up something later too. Listen, guys, your favorite films or your worst films, they all have something in common, which are lines that you really love. And we're not talking about Blow unless we're talking about Blow the film. I don't nickel and dime. Hey, Pee Wee Herman reference. Let's get into it, guys. You're going to need a bigger boat. Hey, this one guy told me, I told him, you're going to hell. He said,
be there in about 15 minutes.
I got way more than 5, man.
And so do I. We're just going to go back and forth. We're spitballing.
Which is crazy because not a lot is said in this movie.
But it is.
But when they say something, they make sure it means something.
Mm-hmm.
Either it means something or it's just really, really witty. Mm-hmm. I'll start with really witty. Llewellyn, one of the first things he says to somebody is Carla Jean. He goes, where they're sitting in the trailer.
Keep running that mouth of yours, I'm going to take you in the back and screw you.
Hey, that's a man's man in that world. Love you, ladies. Speaking of that same scene,
try that on Angela. Just
don't do it tonight. Don't do it tonight. Wait to Cinco de Mayo. And with that being said, that same scene, I don't even want to know where you've been all day.
That'll work.
Yeah. Ass. Man, if only.
You try that tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay out till 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. I want to know where you've been.
You might as well film the next season over here because that's how long you'll be here.
Yeah, she said, I want to know where you've been.
What business is it of yours?
Where I'm from.
Friendo.
That was his one time in the film where that guy bothered him. He wanted to kill that guy so bad. That reminds me of Tom Cruise in not Leverage with Jamie Foxx. Help me out here. Collateral. He only wants to kill the people he's going to kill. He's a skilled killer, but if you piss him off, he'll do you. It's like me and you having a conversation, and I'm just like, man, you might pull that shit out. That's basically what he said. They're talking like, call it, man.
What's funny is like with when in a convenience store scene, you would expect the person working in the convenience store to be the one annoyed with the customer, not the other way around. He's wandered into his establishment.
Have I done something to bother you? And all those smiley faces in the background. All right, like that. Hey, I ask you this: if the rule you follow led you to this,
of what use was the rule?
Sheriff Tom Bell. The Wendell, Garrett Dillahunt, he says, it's a mess, ain't it, Sheriff? And when Tommy Lee Jones, Tom Bell says,
if it ain't, it'll do till the mess gets here.
That was just a sad man. Tommy Lee Jones had it out. I like that. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's the
most you ever lost in a coin toss?
Don't put that in your pocket.
Yeah. Well, where would you like me to put it?
Ew.
Carla Jean says to Llewellyn, I got a bad feeling, Llewellyn. And Llewellyn goes,
well, I got a good one, so that ought to even out.
Dude, they were the antithesis of being able to go back and forth here.
Everything they said could either be really poetic or the narration of a Chevy truck commercial.
I got this. I'm pretty sure I'm getting the line wrong, and forgive me because when we interview her later, she's going to correct me. But she says, her line says, and I got the cancers.
I got the cancer.
She pre-visioned it.
Yeah, she did. She pre-visioned.
I pre-visioned it.
You know how many people I know in San Antonio?
That's how many.
I like her.
Okay, when Llewellyn's in in like the tool shop or whatever, buying materials to hide the money, when the dude asks him, he's like, tent poles? You already have a tent and you just want poles? He's like, yes, sir. If you tell me the tent, I can look up the model number and get you the right poles. And then Llewellyn goes,
never mind, I want a tent.
What kind of tent?
Kind with most poles.
Let me know if anybody else checks in tonight. And by anybody,
I mean any swinging dick.
Badass cowboy, badass dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, speaking of badass cowboy, yeah, I'm going to bring you something, all right?
Decided to make you a special project of mine. You ain't going to have to come look for me at all.
And hangs up the phone.
I'll put that over What's His Nuts in Taken.
Oh, you done lost your fucking mind.
No.
Listen.
That was a better I'm coming for you.
No.
I'm going to make you my special project. You're not going to have to come looking for me at all.
I will find you. Good luck. That man listened to that recorded 90 times. We're not going to do that today. I know what more beer leads. I know what more beer leads to.
Bear leads to more bear.
She wanted that man to bend her over. I mean, that's the
yeah, the girl by the pool.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Which
That was her in the pool.
She's the one that got him up in that hotel.
No, sir. His mom got him up.
You go to El Paso? I know it. Where are you staying?
Oh.
It happened right before. I thought that at first too, because remember they did that. And she was in the pool sitting face down, ass up. That's the way I like.
What's his name says to Sheriff Tom Bell says that sounds like they died at, or no, Tom Bell says sounds like they died of natural causes, and they go, natural how?
Natural to the line of work that was in.
That was one of Tarantino's favorite lines. He definitely did that. I think that though. I mean, there are a lot of powerful lines in there, but to me, those were the most powerful lines for me. I see you have a few more.
I got two more. I saved the best for last. So the accountant when Anton walks into Milton's place, like, are you gonna shoot me?
That depends. Do you see me?
And I love that. That should have been one of mine. And that actually goes back to my point of how when people say he's not a ghost, that shit, but I will say this: he wants to be one so bad. He's trying to do everything. It's like he's on a mission for death. Like, hey man, just do these things for me. You'll be one of us. Yeah. And so that's probably. Oh, and that car accident is probably when he was accepted. All you gotta do is stomp out this bitch and like, what's the last thing? A blood's bone? No, a little boy's shirt.
I'll give you my shirt.
He got it, and that was it. He just fuck out of here.
My favorite line, it was actually said by today's guest, Barry Corbin, who plays Ellis. When he says to Sheriff Tom Bell, he says, "You can't stop what's coming."
They ain't all waiting on you. That's vanity.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Because you guess what, guys? If there's one thing you got to be in this life, it's humble. Take that from the king, and I'm the Lord.
All right, those were our favorite lines in the movie. Put your favorite lines in the comments.
Or on the counter.
Or just scream them into the ether.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.